Hi, today is Monday, July 8th, 2024. We already spent 7 days of the month, so we have 3 more weeks to go, and today is 10:30 p.m. at the moment. I am relaxing at home. I'm sitting in front of my computer trying to read an English article that I promised to read on a daily basis. Today I would like to read my Facebook friend's article. His name on Facebook or ID is DC Copy Pro. He lives in Korea. I'm not sure if he's American or Canadian, but he's an excellent English teacher and copywriter living in Seoul. I've never met him, but he sounds okay guy, and probably he has a Korean wife. I don't know. At least he loves life in Korea. At least the way he writes about Korea, but he's an expert on Korean grammatic errors. English grammatic errors made by Korean people. I would say Korean bullshit. So he's an expert on Korean English bullshit. He's very comical. He has very excellent sense of humor. If you just subscribe to his Facebook post, be friends with him. You will know that he points out the grammatic errors made by Korean people, but in a very comical sense of way. So I recommend him to appear on a local English radio channel or Arirang TV News. That's the Korean overseas propaganda channel. That's good channel if you want to have information on Korea. So he needs to be a staple anchor or staple teacher instructor there on radio and TV news stations. So I really recommend him. I would like to know how he spends his day during the weekdays. He's self-employed, I think. So that means he has F visa, like F4, spouse of Korean wife. So I'm very curious how he spends his time during the weekdays. So luckily he posted this article for my interest, and I would like to read his article about his life. As promised, I always try to read an English article on a daily basis. So my intention here is to practice English by reading it aloud for you and for me. And I don't want to infringe on any copyright. It's purely academic. I'm pure Korean. I work for Korea Telecom KT, the number 1 carrier in Korea, but I still want to have an overseas assignment, which doesn't seem to come in my way. So far I'm out of luck. But if my company doesn't have a position for me overseas, eventually I would like to find one after my retirement in 4 years' time. Yep, my voice is young, but I have to retire in 4 years' time. I'm still young at heart, and also I think my body is still young. I came from rural background, so I'm sturdy, strong. I can work in a rice paddy. So when I retire, I feel like I would like to go to southern USA or some other areas like Montana, cornfield, Illinois, so that I could work on the agricultural field there. And after 6 months or 1 year, I become a team leader, and I go up the corporate ladder there, like a Monsanto or Cargill, the bad companies there, bad boys. But what the heck, I would like to spend several years in Northern America for fun. After retirement, I would stash enough money to tie me over until the end of the life for me. So money is not a big issue, but what the heck, my two daughters, they want to go to overseas university, so I need to make some money to support their education. So after retirement, definitely I would like to go to Europe or North America to enjoy life there and make some money on the side, like a side hustle. I don't know what it would be, but I'm an official tour guide. If you just want to tour Korean rural area, like in Gwangju, I'm happy to guide you through both Gwangju metropolitan city and the nearby rural counties. You would enjoy Korean life there. Yeah, let's cut the bullshit and get down to business. Let's read this article. This article was written yesterday, July 7th, 2024. Demizek, I think his name is Demizek. Remote working tools of the trade uncategorized. A typical day as an English copywriter. Get the inside scoop now. He's a good guy. Typical day as an English copywriter. Time to work. Asanas, my tasks. The only to-do list I need. I wonder what that is. The biggest challenge during a typical day as an English copywriter? Distractions. My typical day as an English copywriter ends around 4:30. What does it? Asana keeps both my professional and personal tasks organized. Oh, okay. Asana My Tasks sounds like a kind of app or program that you can use to organize your daily business. My typical day as an English copywriter starts winding down around 10:30. Wow, you're a hard-working guy, man. How does my typical day as an English copywriter compare to yours? Wow, you put in a lot of hours, man. I just hit my 3rd anniversary of working remotely with my current employer. My life as a marketing team lead and a freelance English copywriter in Korea is very different than it used to be. I taught English for 20 plus years, 17 at a university, so he must have the master's degree or PhD, otherwise you cannot work at a university. So he's a good guy. When you have a higher postgraduate degree, you are a good guy, to me at least. I taught English for 20 plus years, 17 at a university. So I think he must be at least 50 years old or more. I'm 56, so we can be friends. I've never met him, but I want to meet him. I often taught the same courses. Though I constantly refined them, the biggest changes were the students each year. But now, no 2 days are ever the same exactly, and I'm okay with that, despite my inclination to routines. Yeah, we need to change our routines, man. Every second is different. That's what the Buddha said. Nothing is the same. Time passes, we die, right? Keep reading for a behind-the-scenes look at a typical day as an English copywriter. My day starts at 7:22 a.m. when my first alarm goes off. Well, I get up at 5 or 5:30, so I think I am 2 hours industrious than you. I have a second alarm set for 7:25, snooze, 3 minutes, and I am downstairs by 7:30. I start my day with 100 push-ups, impressive, interspersed with some stretching. While stretching, I multitask. I study Korean, Duolingo, identify fretboard intervals, online app, and practice ear training. What is ear training? Training, right? Ear training. Identify fretboard intervals. What is a fretboard? Never heard of it, I think. I don't want to fret, right? Fret means worry. Fretboard intervals. While stretching, I multitask. I do too. I study Korean. I listen to English radio news. Duolingo, yeah, maybe number one app. Identify fretboard intervals, online app, and practice ear training. I would like to look up the word fretboard. Yeah, here. Fretboard. What is a fretboard? A typical day as an English copywriter, time to work. Around 7:55, I pour my cup of coffee, which started brewing at 7:40, set up the night before. Okay, so it is just automatic brewing machine with timing feature. By 8 a.m., I've greeted my team online. You don't have a wife? We say hello in the morning to let each other know we are online. No one's checking times to see who signed on when. It's just a courtesy. Okay. When I log on, I check my chats and channels on Teams for new messages. My company, KT, uses Teams. Then I move on to email. Once I've determined if there are any urgent matters to attend to for the day, I turn to my lifeline, Asana. If you are unfamiliar, I've never heard of it until 3 years ago. Asana is a planning and productive platform. I use it to plan and organize campaigns and tasks. This includes everything from marketing emails and newsletters to blogs and other tasks. So that's a snapshot of Asana. Asana helps everyone on our team see what work is currently on their plate. It shows when tasks need to be finished and who is waiting on a task so they can work on their assigned task. Asana has excellent features including different views, dependencies, and automation rules. It streamlines organizing projects. Our team often has multiple projects active across several different brands. Staying organized is essential. I can't imagine successfully trying to do what I do without a tool like Asana. Asana's my tasks, the only to-do list I need. When I jump into Asana, I first check my tasks. This is where I can see what I need to get done for the day and which tasks are overdue. This helps me set my daily priorities as I mentally prepare my day. Good habit. That's what I do myself too. I just write down what I have to do for the day. But you are using Asana. Damn Zach. Next, I use the reports function in Asana to review what tasks my team members have assigned to them. I use this as prep for the morning stand-up meeting I run several times a week. morning stand-up meeting on Teams, right? So I wonder, you really stand up in front of your desktop computer when you have a meeting on Teams. I can still update. Oh, okay. Where was I? Oh, okay. If you don't have a meeting, I can still update the team on what tasks are priorities. I also share my updates that they may be unaware of. I will typically try to find a couple of quick and easy tasks I can finish before our morning meeting. Assuming no new priorities from our morning meeting, I prioritize my remaining tasks. I prioritize tasks with approaching due dates and tasks related to campaign launches. I also assess which of my outstanding tasks are blocking team members from completing their work. For example, I am the proofreader for our team and company at large. If I can see that special posts are ready to schedule, I will tackle those so my coworker can schedule those posts. As the marketing team lead, I'm often the first point of contact for the marketing team. As such, I have to keep an eye on teams throughout the day. This is one of my biggest job challenges, getting distracted. There are times I would love to turn off notifications or check a team's message later, but if an urgent social post or customer needs to go out, it's my job to be available to review those quickly. Customer comms. Okay, so communications, right? Comms, right? Not comes, not come, right? Comms, customer comms. I worked with the U.S. Army for 2.5 years, and they use the word comms, right? So comms, communications, customer comms. The biggest challenge during a typical day as an English copywriter, distractions. Getting constantly sucked into Teams messages and chats can be tough. When the chat ends, I often find myself trying to figure out what task I was working on. It's also why I often end my shift for the day with 50 plus tabs open. Wow, you are really a hard worker and you just juggle a lot of tasks at the same time, man. You are a superman. I may have one or two other meetings to attend, but most of my day is spent plying through my tasks or collaborating with the team members. Yeah, comms, collaboration, interaction, they are all important in our daily life these days. You may have noticed that I didn't mention breakfast. Yeah, that's cause I don't eat breakfast or lunch, so I don't take a lunch break. What? Wow. Yeah, be careful with the brain fog, man, and don't overuse your brain. I'm sure you are doing okay, but I'm just worried about you, but you'll be okay. But that's my choice. Responsible man. He's a very responsible guy. At some point in the afternoon, I'll take a 15-minute meditation break. Yeah, I've done avatar course, vipassana, and just general Tai Chi movement exercise, and of course lately anti-cancer Tai Chi walk. When the weather's warm enough, I head out to our rooftop, pop on my meditation app, and take a short break. This helps me recharge and get my daily dose of vitamin D, sunshine. I've got a decent tan going for someone who works from home and rarely goes out. Very good. You've got a decent tan. Let me see. You are still white. At some point in the late afternoon, I will often grab another coffee and sometimes a handful of nuts. But many times I won't eat anything until after I've done my daily exercise after work. Wow, I've been doing this for over 3 years now. Hard worker, determined guy, tougher than soldiers. I wish I could say I've lost weight, but I've basically been able to maintain my current weight. Ideally, I would love to drop another 10 to 15 kilograms. Me too. I am oversized around my waist. I'm pure Korean, but I'm getting fat. Not because I'm lazy, but my metastasis maybe is slowing down. I have learned that 3 meals a day is not necessary, at least for me. I agree. That's just concept, right? In old days, the caveman hunter-gatherers, they probably subsistent. They were very subsistent on 2 meals or any meal they can grab on that particular day. My typical day as an English copywriter ends around 4:30. What does it? I work until at least 4 p.m. depending on how many breaks I've taken during the day, usually signing off for the day by 4:30 p.m. Just as our team says, good morning to start the day, we also let each other know when we are logging off for the day. Logging on, logging off for the day. For the day means at the end of the day. Once I log off 3 times a week, I do another 20 minutes of stretching. I'm over 50, yes, I guess so, and spend most of my day sitting. Gotta work on that flexibility somehow. Then I move on to my 30 minutes of daily rowing. Oh, so that's the rowing machine. After that, it's time for a quick shower, followed by a veggie smoothie and some almonds. I will typically spend some time catching up on Facebook and checking my personal email before dinner, as well as tackling household chores like laundry or taking out the recycling during this time. Taking out the trash, right? But it is called taking out the recycling during this time. Let's remember that phrase. I would like to remember that phrase as an English learner. Taking out the recycling, right? In Korea, you recycle many things. So taking out the recycling. Sometime after 7 p.m., I usually have dinner with my wife while we enjoy an episode or two of something on Netflix. After that, I'll head back upstairs to my office to spend some time on my DC Copy Pro stuff. That could mean writing a new blog like this one or optimizing an old blog for SEO, which I wasn't very good at when I started. Yep, the search engine optimization. If I am not working on a blog, I'm usually working on my Instagram posts. So he's a social media guy. Asana keeps both my professional and personal tasks organized. I schedule posts over a month in advance over a month to ensure I'm never under the gun to get a daily post out. Under the gun, under pressure, under high pressure, right? Under the gun. I am never under the gun to get a daily post out. I am never under the gun to get a daily post out. I'm never under the gun to get the daily post out. It's how I've managed to post daily for over a year without missing a day. I have a weekly schedule I follow. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Week 1. Choose pictures for each day. Edit if necessary. Upload to my scheduling platform. Week 2. Write posts and get the opening lines translated into Korean, I guess. Week 3, add posts to my scheduling platform for the coming month. Week 4, writing my weekly wrap-up posts for Facebook and LinkedIn. Remember how I talked about using Asana at my job? It's such a great platform that I use the free version for my personal tasks. That includes blog writing, Instagram posts, and a few other random weekly tasks. So it's a free, right? It's my to-do list. A few years ago, I was using Asana so much that it almost got me into trouble. What trouble? My wife asked me to do a small task later in the day. I had to stop myself from automatically saying, sure, just add it to Asana and I'll get to it later. Bullet dodged. Okay, so your wife was trying to shoo you out for talking to her like a businessman, right? No personal love or friendly way. My wife asked me to do a small task later in the day. I had to stop myself from automatically saying, sure, just add it to Asana and I'll get to it later. Bullet dodged. Bullet dodged. Bullet dodged. Yep, his wife was shooting at him, so he dodged the bullets. Bullet dodged is very succinctly phrased expression. Bullet dodged. My typical day as an English copywriter starts winding down around 10:30. Now I'm just lying down. Maybe he just winds down now, but I am just lying down on the floor while reading this article. Now, depending on how much stuff I've got to do, I'll usually call it a day around 10:30 or so. Wow, he's a good guy. He works very hard. Call it a day. Call it a week. Call it a day. I'll head down to the kitchen to prepare the coffee maker for the following morning. Sometimes I join my wife when she walks our dog. At 10:30, I usually unwind in front of the TV for an hour before heading upstairs to bed around midnight. Thanks to the Tour de France, I'm going to bed a little later than usual these days. Yeah, I don't know if you like a soccer, but now there are two soccer big championship games. One in Europe called Europe 2024 Championship, and Copa America down south in Brazil. It's called Copa America 2024. Those football games will just get you bed later. So he's a Tour de France guy. I remember the cancer guy. What's his name? Mike Armstrong, right? Mike Phelps is the swimmer, but Armstrong, he overcame the prostate cancer. I've tried going to bed earlier, but I am a night owl at heart. That's good expression. He's a night owl at heart. He's a night owl at heart. And I usually just find myself staring at the ceiling. Wow, he's a wide awake. Even at midnight. I'm a night owl at heart. Once I get into bed, I make sure to keep 2 streaks alive. What do you mean 2 streaks alive? I make a few moves on words with friends to keep my streak going. But most importantly, the new Wordle becomes available at midnight. Yeah, Wordle. That's grammatic correction app, I think. 2 streaks alive. It's one of the last things I do before I go to sleep. I've currently got a 185-day streak going. which roughly coincides with the new year. I think I lost my last streak somewhere between Christmas and New Year's. I've been much more careful about keeping this one intact. So far, so good, right? He's a night owl at heart. He's a night owl at heart. Once I get into bed, I make sure to keep 2 streaks alive. I make a few moves on words with friends to keep my streak going. But most importantly, the new Wordle becomes available at midnight. Wordle statistics, guess distribution, win, current streak, max streak. So is that a game app? How does my typical day fretboard as an English copywriter compare to yours? There you have it. There you have it. A behind the scenes look at a day in the life of an English copywriter and proofreader in Korea. There you have it. There's another cliche. There you have it. Now you know it, right? Now you've got the information. Now you know what is going on. There you have it. There you have it. Pretty exciting, eh? Eh? Wow, that sounds like a Canadian or Irish or UK expression, man. Eh? Since my band has folded, I don't get out much during the week, but I'm okay with that. I may have found some other musicians to play with, so stay tuned. I still do stuff with my family from time to time, and occasionally I'll meet up with a friend or two for drinks. Yeah, invite me over. I used to live in Seoul for 14 years. I know every alley in Seoul. Yeah, I could join you for the drinks. Or if you invite me, I will pay for the drinks, man. That's Korean habit. Better yet, if you come down to Gwangju, yeah, I'll treat you to nice food. And also you can visit Cafe Silk Road outside Gwangju where you could just do your jig. Though they have a contrabass, cello, guitar, of course. What else? Violins, everything. You can just play free. Though it may not be flashy, I'm pretty satisfied. I won't lie. I do miss the 5 months of paid vacation I had as a university instructor. But as much as I enjoyed teaching, so many of my students were just getting a piece of paper. They weren't interested in actually learning something. I've joked that my dream was to walk in on the first day of class and say, if you just write a C, you are free to leave. I never have to see you again. But if you are actually interested in learning something about English, I'll see you next week. I've never had the guts to try that. That's not why I lost my job. I never had the guts. I never had I never had the guts to try that. That's not why I lost my job. Trying to teach or inspire unmotivated students was always the biggest challenge with teaching. I don't miss that. Though I have much less free time now, yeah, I feel sorry for you, man. I can honestly say I am enjoying my work very much more. That's good. I'm relieved. Subscribe to this blog or follow me on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter for more content and updates. He's a very funny, friendly, honest guy. Everybody, please subscribe to his Instagram, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. He's a good guy. He lives in Korea. He has Korean wife, I think, and dog. And he works very hard, and he doesn't eat breakfast, lunch. He only eats dinner. He's a very good guy. But from this article, I learned the word fretboard. There you have it. There you have it. Wordle, Asana. I have never had the guts to try that. One more article, one more sentence. One more sentence. Yeah, I forgot, man. My memory. Yeah. Stand-up meeting. I wonder he really does have stand-up meeting in front of Teams. Teams is basically Zoom, rolled out by Microsoft. He's a good guy. He's rowing. He's a France, Tour de France guy, the cycling event. Bullet dodged, right? Bullet dodged. Headed down to kitchen, staring, make sure which roughly I lose proofreading. My band folded. My band has folded. Yep, closed. They just dismantled their team. He maybe is into electric guitar. Many Americans are into electric guitars. One more sentence. Which one was it? Yeah, I am a night owl at heart. 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 Thanks for listening, and have a wonderful wonderful Monday night wherever you are. Please subscribe to TC Pro. He's a good guy.